Something Blue by Emily Giffin. Read by Christine Marshall.
Prologue. I was born beautiful. A C-section baby, I started life outright by avoiding the misshapen head and battle scars that come with being forced through a birth canal. Instead, I emerged with a dainty nose, bow-shaped lips, and distinctive eyebrows. I had just the right amount of fuzz covering my crown in exactly the right places, promising a fine crop of hair and an exceptional hairline. Sure enough, my hair grew in thick and silky, the color of coffee beans. Every morning I would sit cooperatively while my mother wrapped my hair around fat, hot rollers or twisted it into intricate braids. When I went to nursery school, the other little girls, many with unsightly bowl cuts, clamored to put their mat near mine during nap time, their fingers darting over to touch my ponytail. They happily shared their Play-Doh or surrendered their turn on the slide. Anything to be my friend. It was then I discovered that there is a pecking order in life, and appearances play a role in that hierarchy. In other words, I understood at the tender age of 3 that with beauty come perks and power. This lesson was only reinforced as I grew older and continued my reign as the prettiest girl in increasingly larger pools of competition, the cream of the crop in junior high and then high school. But unlike the characters in my favorite John Hughes films, my popularity and beauty never made me mean. I ruled as a benevolent dictator, playing watchdog over other popular girls who tried to abuse their power. I defied cliques, remaining true to my brainy best friend Rachel. I was popular enough to make my own rules. Of course, I had my moments of uncertainty. I remember one such occasion in the 6th grade when Rachel and I were playing psychiatrist, one of our favorite games. I'd usually play the role of patient, saying things like, "I am so scared of spiders, doctor, that I can't leave my house all summer long." "Well," Rachel would respond, pushing her glasses up on the bridge of her nose and scribbling notes on a tablet, "I recommend that you watch Charlotte's Web, or move to Siberia where there are no spiders, and take these." She'd hand me 2 Flintstones vitamins and nod encouragingly. That was the way it usually went. But on this particular afternoon, Rachel suggested that instead of being a pretend patient, I should be myself, come up with a problem of my own. So I thought of how my little brother Jeremy hogged the dinner conversation every night, spouting off original knock-knock jokes and obscure animal kingdom facts. I confided that my parents seemed to favor Jeremy, or at least they listened to him more than they listened to me. Rachel cleared her throat, thought for a second, and then shared some theory about how little boys are encouraged to be smart and funny, while little girls are praised for being cute. She called this a dangerous trap for girls and said it can lead to empty women. "Where'd you hear that?" I asked her, wondering exactly what she meant by empty. "Nowhere. It's just what I think," Rachel said, proving that she was in no danger of falling into the pretty little girl trap. In fact, her theory applied perfectly to us. I was the beautiful one with average grades. Rachel was the smart one with average looks. I suddenly felt a surge of envy, wishing that I, too, were full of big ideas and important words. But I quickly assessed the haphazard waves in Rachel's mousy brown hair and reassured myself that I had been dealt a good hand. I couldn't find countries like Pakistan or Peru on a map or convert fractions into percentages, but my beauty was going to catapult me into a world of jaguars and big houses and dinners with 3 forks to the left of my bone china plate. All I had to do was marry well, as my mother had. She was no genius and hadn't finished more than 3 semesters at a community college, but her pretty face, petite frame, and impeccable taste had won over my smart father, a dentist, and now she lived the good life. I thought her life was an excellent blueprint for my own. So I cruised through my teen.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?